5 friends reunite in order to attempt an epic pub crawl through their hometown, only to discover that finishing 12 pints is the least of their worries in the world's end.
Hello there, I'm Simon Pegg.
Hello, I'm Nick Frost, and you're watching Made in Hollywood. Here's a clip of our film, The World's End.
And we're back, just like the 5 Musketeers.
3 Musketeers, isn't it? Well, nobody knows how many there were, really, do they?
You do know that the 3 Musketeers is a fiction, right? Written by Alexander Dumas.
A lot of people are saying that about the Bible these days.
What, that it was written by Alexander Dumas?
Don't be daft, Steve. It was written by Jesus.
Were we there, yeah?
Let's do this!
It's 20 years later. What is life like for your character, Gary King, compared to his buddies like Andy?
My character, Gary, hasn't really ever moved on from 1990. He had this incredible night in 1990. They did this pub crawl. They had a wonderful time. After that happened, for Gary, life didn't really open up.
Action theme.
We catch him 20 years later and he's still living that dream, the 19-year-old dressing like a kid, thinking that drinking is everything. Whereas friends, headed up by this actor, Nick Frost.
Hey, America.
He has changed, right, Nick?
Yeah, I think, you know, you find out a lot later on in the film that something terrible happened between our characters that drove a wedge between us seemingly forever.
We are here to get annihilated.
I think he took the opportunity off of the back of this tragedy to grow up a bit and to move forward and to get stuff done. I think arguably my character would be a very different person if this thing hadn't happened to him. And he's a very successful man, you know, he's a partner of a powerful corporate law firm, much like myself.
This is our chance to finally conquer the Golden Mile.
12 pubs, 12 pints.
So what is the Golden Mile?
The Golden Mile is 12 pubs that exist within this fictional town of Newton Haven and form a pub crawl, as we say in the United Kingdom. A quest which involves drinking 1 pint of beer in each of those pubs over an evening and getting to the end of it alive and intact.
Well, it's weird, isn't it? You come back and everything's sort of different.
I suggest you get on your way.
They tried it when they were 19. They got about 8 or 9 done before they gave up. Gary wants to go back and try to complete it once and for all because he feels that if he does that, he'll somehow break the spell and his life will be
complete.
Welcome home, boys. It's not us that's changed, it's the town.
I had done a pub crawl in my hometown, which was like a mile wide. So like the pub crawl there was like dubbed the Golden Mile. Like it had like 15 pubs in a mile. So I decided one night to try and do that when I was 19 and I got through 6 of them, which is kind of pathetic. So, and that was like sort of, I think the fact that I never completed it gnawed at me long enough that like 20 years later we have this movie.
What are you doing? It's all right, I'm not trying to have sex with you.
There's something I need to tell you right now. Unless you do want to have sex, in which case I'll tell you afterwards.
Tell me right now.
I would think being on the set had to be so much fun because you're dealing with comedians, and I'm actually married to a comedian, but he's not always on. So what is your set like? What is your set like? Is it fun, full of laughs, or were you guys like, oh, we're working now?
More like the latter. It's always disappointing for people to hear. They kind of like sort of say, you must be laughing all the time.
We're gonna get to the world's end if it kills us. Where's Pete?
It's like a military operation making a movie. Like, I mean, I think the thing is, if you're doing one of those movies where it's like heavy on improv and it's kind of very loose and stuff, I'm sure it is just like a big goof. But with this, like where there's action and special effects and also like it's shot outside and like so we're on location and it's like we've got 12 weeks to shoot this crazily ambitious like epic.
What you got to do after Red and Green, you're going to go and talk to him. And then you Nick stops you.
Right, so I'll keep my hand here and then you...
You know, we enjoy it. We take a huge amount of enjoyment from our work, but we also are doing a job of work, and there's not always or ever time to waste, you know, giggling. So if we do ever have laughing fits, they're curtailed very quickly. Yeah. We have to turn our back on each other.
Come on, guys.
Edgar tells us to come on.
He echoed this. He said, you guys are professionals. When you're on your set, you have 12 weeks you're working.
Yeah. We're also producers of the film too, so
we have to set an example.
It is up to us to set an example and to drive the whole bloody thing forward.
Throw Rosamund Pike into that mix and it would be crazy, you know, because we'd all get a bit gooey when she was around. It was a challenge every day to not, you know, dissolve into fits of giggles, but we
Paddy talks a lot too. He talks tons, right up until they say action, like right up until the point where you need to start acting. So sometimes he says something really inappropriate. The second they say action, you have to say,
give me a minute.
I need a second now to get this out of me.
What the hell is that? We are going to get to the world's end if it kills us. Oh no! Made in Hollywood.